Hello out there, diecast race fans, and welcome to race day. Today's race will have 216 Mainline, Hot Wheels, and Matchbox cars, all from the year that was 2022. But before we get started, I do want to highlight 3 quick additions that I made to the track. The first addition that I made is I added a longer pull string. So now I don't have to stand behind the track when I start a race. Do it from a distance, and now I can pan across the track during a race, something that I've wanted to do pretty much since I started the channel. And all it took was a simple eye hook behind the start gate. And then also I get cleaner pulls as well, which is something I appreciate. The second addition that I made is, since I don't have to squeeze my cheeks behind the start gate to start the race, it allowed me to extend the track, and now it is a scale quarter-mile track. The third addition that I have made is something I'm calling the Super 6 Cup. So what that means for this race is whoever wins would get a parking spot, a Mainline basic parking spot, on the Super 6 Cup trophy. However, there have been 3 previous winners of the Super 6 Classic. So from 2019 is the 08 Tesla Roadster, from 2020 is the 70 Dodge Charger, and the 2021 winner is the 70s van Space Jam. So whoever wins this tournament will square off against the 3 previous winners, and then that car or van will have a parking spot on this trophy. And then we'll have to defend that position going forward. So when I do the 2023 Mainline Basic Tournament, which, if I have it my way, and I think I will be towards the end of December, the winner of that tournament would then face off against the sitting Super 6 Cup Mainline Basic Champion. So with that being said, enough chit chat. Let's start the first race. And with all that being said, let's grab our first 6 cars. Let's get this started. First car is a Ford Shelby GT 300R. We will go with the 2016 Ford Interceptor Utility. Here is the McLaren F1. Here is the Mazda Ripu. And the 2020 Corvette. And lastly, we have the 1970 Ford Capri. Okay, first race of the Super 6 Classic 4. Have the cars lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. Winner! Your first winner is the 2020 Corvette. Next race. Next 6 cars. We'll grab the Tesla Roadster. We'll grab the Honda S2000. Here is the 06 Pontiac GTO. Here is the 2009 Ford F-150. The 65 Mustang 2x2 Fastback. And a new casting, the Lamborghini Sienne FKP 37. Okay, here we have the cars lined up. A fast looking group for sure. Let's race. Ready, set. Winner! Your winner, the Honda S2000. Next race. Next 6 cars, starting with the 2020 Ram 1500 Rebel. From Matchbox, we have the 1964-5 Ford C900. Here is the LB Works Lamborghini Huracan Coupe. We have the Dodge van. Here is the 55 Chevy. We have the Tesla Cybertruck. The Tesla Cybertruck is just a little too wide for the track. So I will be replacing it with the Mod Rod. All replacements will be from the year 2022, like the rest of the cars. Okay, here are the cars lined up. Let's race. Okay, ready, set.
Winner, lane 1.
Your winner is a Lamborghini Huracan. First 3 cars looking like actual fast cars. Next race. Next 6 cars. We'll start with a Lotus Sport Elise. Here is the 69 Copo Camaro. The 69 Dodge Charger 500. The 63 Studebaker Champ. Here is Hot Wired, a new casting. And lastly, the 70 Chevy Chevelle. And here are the cars lined up. Another fast looking group. Let's race. Ready, set.
Winner, lane 6.
And your winner is a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Next race. All right, the next 6 cars. We have the Glory Chaser, a new casting. We have the Volvo 850 Estate. The 40 Ford Pickup. From Matchbox, the 1965 Land Rover Gen 2. The 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. And lastly, we have the 1934 Chevy Master Coupe. Are the cars lined up? We got wagons, trucks, all kinds of good cars. Let's race. Ready, set.
Winner, lane 5.
It was the Volvo Estate. Looked like overtook a car to move on to the next round. Next race. Next 6 cars. Start out with the Volkswagen EV4. Here we have the 57 Chevy. The HW Kit Concept, new casting. Big Air Bel Air. Here's the Mazda RX-7. And lastly, we have the custom 01 Acura Integra GSR. And here are the cars lined up. Yet another fast looking group. That Kit Concept looking pretty slick. Let's race. Okay, ready, set.
Winner, lane 3.
Moving on to the next round is the Volkswagen EV. Next race. Okay, next 6 cars. We're going to do the Mercedes-Benz 500E. The 83 Chevy Silverado. The Porsche 935. The 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser. Here is the Honda Civic Custom. And lastly, we'll do a Matchbox 1932 Ford Coupe Model B. And here is a quick look at the cars in their starting block. Let's race. Ready, set.
Winner, lane 3.
Edging out the competition. Got the Mercedes-Benz, what was it? 500E. Next race. Next 6 cars. Start off with the 86 Toyota van. The Range Rover Classic. The Corvette C8R. Here is a Toyota Land Cruiser. The 1941 Cadillac Series 62 convertible coupe. And lastly, the twin mill. And here is a quick look at the cars lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. Moving on to the next round. This is a Range Rover Classic. Next race. Next 6 cars up. Start with a 90 Acura NSX. Here is a Koenigsegg Gemera. New casting. The 62 Corvette Gasser. New casting. The 20 Jeep Gladiator in Borla livery. And then we have another Jeep Gladiator. And lastly, we have the 20 Toyota Tacoma in blue. Here are the cars lined up. Good amount of trucks in this race. And we have a mini race between Hot Wheels and Matchbox and their Jeep Gladiators. Maybe those 2 bikes will give that one the edge. We'll see. Let's race. Ready, set.
Winner, lane 2.
It looked like the Toyota Tacoma had the early lead, but it was the Koenigsegg Gemera. Looked like it not outlasted, but pulled in front for the victory. Next race. Next 6 cars, starting with the 76 Greenwood Corvette, the Mazda RX-3, the 84 Mustang SVO, the Mighty K, the 91 Mazda MX-5 Miata. And lastly, we have the 15 Dodge Challenger SRT. Cars are lined up. Some good old-fashioned American muscle in this race. And the Mighty K. Let's race. Ready, set.
Winner, lane 5.
I'll be honest, didn't see that one coming. Some good breakaway speed. The Mighty K advancing. Next race. Next 6 cars, we have the Porsche 935. Here is a 69 Copo Corvette. The 2018 Camaro SS. Lamborghini Moira SV 71. The 16 Cadillac ATS-V R. And lastly, we have the 1971 MGB GT Coupe. Here are the cars lined up. Let's race. Ready, set.
Winner, lane 5.
It is, I believe this is a Cadillac ATS-V by a bumper. Next 6 cars. We're going to start with the Automobili Pininfarina Battista. Pretty sure I butchered that one. Here is the 69 Camaro convertible. We have the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E. Here is the Toyota Supra. The 2018 Dodge Durango. And lastly, we have the McLaren Elva. Definitely some true to life fast cars. Love it or hate it, including that Mustang Mach-E. And we also have a Durango. Let's race. Ready, set.
Winner, lane 3.
No contest. The car with the name I can't pronounce. Moving on to the second round. Next race. Next 6 cars, starting with Supercharged. Here we will do the Toyota Land Cruiser 80. The Lolux, new casting. Here is the McLaren 720 Spider. The Aston Martin V12 Speedster. And we have the 59 Chevy Impala. Here is a quick look at the cars in their starting block. Let's race. Ready, set. Your winner moving on to the next round. I believe this one was called Supercharged. Indeed it is. Next race. Next 6 cars. Start with the 70 Chevelle SS wagon. Here is the Volkswagen Käfer Racer. The Alfa Romeo 8C Competizione. The Matt and Debbie Hayes 1988 Pro Street Thunderbird. That hot pink. Here's a custom Ford Bronco. And lastly, we have the Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTX. All right, here are the cars lined up. I did check out that Bronco and that seemed to go down just fine. So we're gonna leave that in the starting lineup. Let's race. Ready, set. with a pretty sizable lead. It's a Nissan Skyline advancing to the next round. Next race. Up next we have the 95 Mazda RX-7 Falcon livery. Here we have a Treasure Hunt, the 71 Mustang funny car. Right. Focus. Oh, it's there. Here is the 2020 Toyota GR Supra. This is a Tesla Roadster. Here is a Corvette C6R. The Twin Mill 3. Here are the cars lined up. More or less, I think these cars are all technically fast cars. Let's race. Ready, set. And your winner is the Twin Mill, number 3. Moving on to the second round. Next race. Okay, here we go with the next 6 cars, starting with the 1962 Volkswagen Beetle. Up next, we have the 94 Avant RS2. Here is a Dodge Viper RT10. We have the 56 Ford F100 Moon Eyes livery. The 2016 Toyota Tacoma. And lastly, we have the Jeep Wrangler Super Lift. That Jeep Wrangler is too wide for the track. I will be replacing it with the best for track Cosmic Coupe. All right, here are the cars lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. It is the replacement car, the Cosmic Coupe, pulling out the victory. Next race. Okay, next 6 cars. Starting off with the 2005 Ford Mustang. Here is the 99 Honda Civic Type R. We have the Baja Bone Shaker. The Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR LBWK. (1970) Pontiac Firebird. And lastly, we have a new casting, the Volvo 240 Drift Wagon. Here we have the cars lined up. I think my favorite car is that Skyline Liberty Walk. It's a pretty cool casting. Let's race. Ready, set. It is the 1970 Pontiac Firebird. Moving on to the second round. Next race. Next 6 cars. We'll start off with the 21 Ford Bronco. And a new casting here, the 95 Jeep Cherokee. I hope that one fits. I like that one a lot. The Nissan Z Proto in white. Here is another new casting, the Porsche 911 GT3. Looks really good in that matte black. Shelby Cobra 427 SC. And last but not least, we have the 70 Dodge Charger. Hope all I want, that Jeep Cherokee does not fit. Also, neither does a 21 Ford Bronco. I'll be replacing them with 5 Alarm in hot pink. And we got La Troca in that cool gold color. And here we have the cars lined up with the replacements in there. Definitely a unique group. Let's race. Ready, set. And it is the Nissan Z Proto. Pretty good win. I'm gonna take a break, edit some videos, come back for the second half. All right, I'll see you then. And I am back for the second half of the first round. Here's the next 108 cars piled up. And another quick look at the first 108 cars. But let's get started with the 2019 Mazda 3. Here is a new casting, the Nissan Maxima drift car. Another new casting, the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400. Here we have another new casting, the Turbine Sublime. We have the 81 Camaro in green. And lastly, we have the 2022 Renault Megane. Kicking off the second half of the first round. Here are the cars lined up. Good looking, fast cars. Let's race. Okay, here we go. Ready, set. No question, the Mustang Mach-E is the winner. X6. Here is the Pagani Zonda R, new casting. We have the 1976 Honda CV CC. We got the Lotus Vija. Here is Volkswagen Beetle. The Lucio Air. And lastly for this round, the Ford Focus RS. And a quick look at the cars in their starting block. Let's race. Ready, set. It was a very close race to be sure, but pulling out a close victory, Lucio Air advancing to the second round. Next 6 cars, starting with, we got the 19 Jeep Renegade. Here is a 71 Dodge Charger. Here we have the 68 Mercury Cougar. We have the Nissan Leaf Nismo RC 02. Here we have the Audi RS e-tron GT. And lastly, I believe this is a new casting, the Push and Puller. Good mix of cars here. We have a couple electric vehicles. We have a reversible car and just some colorful ones. Let's race. Ready, set. No contest. Mercury Cougar absolutely demolishing the field. Next race. Next 6 cars. Let's start off with the 1966 Dodge Charger. I like that casting and color a lot. We have the LB Super Silhouette Nissan Silva S15. Here is the 95 Nissan Hardbody D21. Here we have the Aston Martin Vantage GTE. The Dodge Challenger drift car. And a new casting in the GMC Hummer EV in yellow. Just a hair too wide for the track. I'll be replacing that one with Rapid Response. Here we have the cars lined up. A good looking group. Let's race. Ready, set. A very close race by all cars involved, or almost all cars anyway. But I think just edging out the competition is Aston Martin Vantage. Moving on to the second round. Next race. Okay, next 6 cars. I'm gonna start off with a bone shaker. From Matchbox, we have the Renault KAN G00. The 19 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Here is the Chevelle SS Express. Like that casting a lot. We have the Kit Super Pursuit mode. And lastly, we'll grab the 1936 Ford Coupe. And here are the cars lined up. Looking very fast. Ready, set. Just outright fast is that Kit car. Next race. All right, next race. Leading off, we have the Subaru WRX STI. Here is the Lancia Delta Integrale. Nissan R390 GTI. Here is the Aston Martin Valhalla Concept. We have the 2020 Land Rover Defender. And the 17 Ford GT. Here we have the cars lined up. Some true to life fast cars here. Let's race. Ready, set. It was the Lancia that came out to a commanding lead, but lost control. And it ended up being the Subaru that took the victory here. Next race. Next 6 cars. Let's start with the 1984 Toyota MR2. Have the Dodge Viper SRT10 ACR. Here is the Ford Custom 300. We have the Barbie Extra, a new casting. Here is the 84 Audi Sport Quattro. And lastly for this race, we have the NASA Security Patrol Dodge Charger Pursuit. And here we have the cars lined up. For any Barbie fans out there, this race is for you. Let's race. Ready, set. And it is the Audi Sport Quattro pulling out the victory. Advancing to round 2. Next 6 cars. We're going to start with the Volkswagen Baja Bug. Here is a Subaru SVX. We have Count Muscula, new casting. Here is a Toyota AE86 Sprinter Truino. Mach It Go, another new casting. And lastly, we have the Custom 70 Honda N600. Baja Bug, just a little too wide for the track. It will be replaced by the Rescue Duty. Here are the cars lined up. I have a feeling this is going to be a fast race. Ready, set. A very close race. A surprise winner in my book. It's a Custom 70 Honda. Next 6 cars, we're going to start with Breaking Speed, new casting. We have the 94 Bugatti EB110 SS. Here is a 19 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss LT. Got the 68 Dodge Dart. Here is Back to the Future Time Machine. We have the 1953 Buick Skylark convertible. 2019 Silverado Trail Boss, too wide. I'll replace it with Lethal Diesel. Here are the cars lined up. Definitely a unique looking group. Let's race. Ready, set. It is a 94 Bugatti. Moving on to the next round. Next race. Okay, next 6 cars, starting with the Roadster Bite, new casting. Another new casting, the tuned Volkswagen Golf MK1. Here is the Bentley Bentayga. We have the Tesla Model X, the Custom 18 Ford Mustang. Here is a Custom 69 Chevy pickup. Here are the cars lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. So fast, it earned a trip to the floor. I don't know if the field was that slow, but that car was just that fast. There you have your winner. Next race. Next 6 cars, starting with Breaking Trails. New casting. Here we have LB Silhouette Works GT Nissan 35 GT RR version 2 in a Hot Wheels livery. Up next, we have the 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning from Matchbox. Here is a 68 El Camino. We have the Carbonator for Earth Day. And lastly, here is the Lane Lowrider. Definitely a diverse group of cars. The Lego one does fit. Should be an interesting race. Ready, set. And the winner of the race is lane 3, the Ford F-150, but it was an awfully tight call. I will put the F-150 in the bracket for now. but I will hold on to the Nissan 35 GT, set it aside, and take a closer look before I start the second round. Next 6 cars. I'm going to go with the 2018 Dodge Charger. We have the 15 Dodge Charger SRT. In Moon Eyes livery, the 47 Chevy Fleetline. Here is Max Steel, new casting. The 72 Ford Gran Torino Sport. And we have a Arkham Asylum Batmobile. All right, here are the vehicles lined up. We have a Matchbox and Hot Wheels Charger face-off. Let's race. Ready, set. I believe this was called Max Steel. Yes, Max Steel. Going on to the next round. Okay, next 6 cars. Let's start off with the Ford Mustang GT Concept Track Patrol. Here we have a tuned 83 Chevy Silverado. The DiMancini Veloce. Here is a 1962 Plymouth Savoy in white. We have another Batmobile. And lastly, we have the 2020 Jaguar F-Type in black. Here we have the cars lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. Moving on to the second round is a DiMancini Veloce. Next race. All right, starting off with a Batmobile. Here is the 2019 Subaru Forester. Here we have Drone Duty. We got Lightning Bug. In the Golf livery, we have the 32 Ford. And lastly, we have the 2012 BMW 3 Series Touring in black. And a quick look at the cars lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. And your winner is the 32 Ford. Next race. All right, next 6 cars. I'm going to start with the 98 Subaru Impreza 22B STI version. From Matchbox, we have the Mazda CX-5. Here is a 2018 Toyota Helix. Tesla Model X. 1975 Opel Kadett C GTE. And lastly, we have the classic TV series Batmobile tuned. Cars are lined up. That Subaru Impreza is a treasure hunt I did not know. But anyway, other than that, we have a good mix of Matchbox. Let's race. Ready, set. And your winner, charging from behind, I believe, was the treasure hunt. Right there, the 98 Subaru Impreza. I believe this is the first time, channel first, that a treasure hunt has advanced. Next race. Next 6 cars. going to start with the Porsche 911 Carrera Cabriolet. We have the 21 Ford Bronco. Here is a 2020 Corvette C8. Mid-engine, love it. Here we have the 1976 Volkswagen Golf Mark 1, MK1. We have the 70 Ford Escort RS 1600. And lastly, we have the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth. And here we have the cars lined up. I feel like I mentioned this before, but that Corvette in black especially definitely looked good in my garage. Anyway, let's race. Ready, set. And nosing out the competition is an 87 Ford Cosworth. Sierra Cosworth. Advancing. Next race. Next 6 cars. Start with the GT Scorcher. Here we have the Mercedes-Benz W123 wagon. We have the 67 Ford GT40 Mark IV in Golf livery. Here is a 2016 Alfa Romeo Giulia. I don't know how to say that last one. The 73 BMW 3.0 CSL race car. And last for this race, we'll grab the Lotus Emira. And a quick look at the cars in their starting block. Let's race. Ready, set. And advancing to the next round is a 73 BMW race car. Next race. Okay, these are the last 6 cars. Hopefully I did my math right. Tesla Model Y. Porsche 918 Spyder. Here is the 15 Mazda MX-5 Miata. Got the McLaren F1 GTR. We have the Audi e-tron electric vehicle. And lastly, we have the 58 Impala. And I believe this one is also a treasure hunt. Kind of hard to see. And here are the cars lined up. We have the spooky treasure hunt in lane 1. Ready, set. Moving on to the second round, the last car to qualify. It is going to be the McLaren F1 GTR. And that will conclude the first round. I'm going to take a break, edit the rest of the videos, make some adjustments if needed, and I will see you on the other side. And I am back for round 2. Here is a quick look at all 216 cars that participated. Of course, the main group is right there. 32 cars in total. But before we start, there are corrections that need to be made. First correction is this car actually beat out this one, supercharged, and this is the Lolux, I guess, by the hair of his chinny chin chin, front bumper, whatever you want to call it, was the victor there. Secondly, after review, this Liberty Walk Nissan 35 GT actually won over that F-150 by a chin hair. But with all those corrections out of the way, let's start the second race, or second round. We'll begin with these first 6 cars here. And if you made it to the second round, thank you all for tuning in. And we'll get this race started. Okay, here we have the cars lined up. First race of round 2. Some legit fast cars. Actually, I think mostly fast cars here. Well, and a wagon. Let's race. Ready, set. Okay. No question about this race. It was the Honda S2000 pulling away from the competition. Next race. Okay, second race for round 2 will be these cars here, including the surprising short pink car. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the name, but should it win, I'll call it out. Second race of round 2. Cars are lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. That was a good race. As fast as this casting is, took second place to the Pininfarina Batista in yellow. Moving on to the finals. Next. Okay, next up for race number 3 in round 2 are these cars. And up next, race number 3, cars lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. Advancing to the third and final round. Fourth race, starting with these cars before your eyes. And once again, here are the cars lined up. This is race number 4 for round 2. Let's race. Ready, set. And here are the 6 finalists from left to right: the Honda S2000 in yellow, the Batista car yellow with a black top, the Nissan Skyline in green, Ford Mustang Mach-E in white, custom 1970 Honda in white, and the 1973 BMW race car. And patiently waiting for the new champion are the 3 previous champions, all for a parking spot on the Super 6 Cup trophy. Let's race. Race number 1 of the 3rd and final round. First car to 2 victories will be your 2022 champion. Cars are lined up. Let's race. Ready, set. Slightly faster than the rest of the group is Pininfarina Batista. Next race. Cars lined up for the second race. It's the Batista car with 1 win. Let's race. Ready, set. And just inching out, barely by a whisker, is a 1973 BMW race car. Okay, here is race number 3 of the finals. We have the Batista car with a victory. We have the 73 BMW race car with a victory as well. Third race. Ready, set. What a close race and a photo finish for sure, but your 2022 Mainline Super 6 Cup champion is a 1973 BMW. But alas, there's no rest for the weary as it's on to face the 3 previous Super 6 Cup champions. And one last look at the previous champions from 2019, the 08 Tesla Roadster, the 2020 winner, the 70 Dodge Charger, and from 2021, that winner was the 70s van Space Jam. And again, squaring off against this year's champion, the 73 BMW race car, all for a parking spot on the Super 6 Cup trophy. Off to the starting blocks we go. Here are the cars lined up for the first race. Kind of a champion of champions race. First car to 3 victories will claim its parking spot on the Super 6 Cup trophy. Let's race. Ready, set. No question, the first winner is a 70s fan Space Jam, up 1 win over the field. Race number 2, let's race. Ready, set. I don't even have to go to the replay. Clearly, the fastest vehicle here is a 70s fan Space Jam, up 2 wins over the field. I will mix the cars up, go for race number 3. With the 70s van Space Jam car up 2 wins over the field of the other Super 6 Classic winners. For the 70s van, this one is for all the marbles. Let's race. Ready, set. And there is your winner. The Space Jam 70s van is your new Super 6 Cup Trophy champion. Fastest vehicle over the last 4 years. Here's the round 2 losers. And I'll pan over the round 1 losers. And then, of course, the last 3 champions. But there you have it. There is the winner, and that vehicle, of course, will sit pretty until I collect enough 2023 vehicles, and he will be put to the test again. But until then, he sits happily in a parking spot on the trophy. And you might notice there is plenty more parking spots on that trophy, and I will be adding other cars to that trophy. More on that soon. But hey, man, if you made it this far, man, I really appreciate you watching and tuning in and, supporting the channel. I definitely appreciate all that support. And until next time, take care.